So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So in this video I'm going to correct some misinformation guess I spread about the Super Tandem Ace, which is pretty relevant information for the upcoming Kizuna. So let's just revisit him again. First, World Cruise, I forgot to make a video about it. I'll just say that for World Cruise for Kizuna, it's going to be a 3 times multiplier, and basically Super Boss is relevant. It's all about the 10-star difficulty, so basically ranking will ultimately be decided by who has the most pots. If you don't have at least 50 pots, I wouldn't even try going hard, really. Just accept your fate and save up pots for the future, because this is going to be insanely competitive for obvious reasons. I'm personally rank 11 right now on Robin, so yeah, just to top that top 10, I intend to do whatever I can to get that top 10, so we'll see what it takes. But with that said, let's go down a bit to the Ace debut Sugo, and we can take a look at him. So as you all know, Ace is basically, or dispatch in general, is super focused on chain, and Ace has a unique chain mechanic in his special. Just remind you, basically you're able to carry over 20% of your chain when you go into the next stage when using Ace's special. So if you get to 8 times chain or 10 times chain, you get 20% of that. So you start at 2 times chain going in, or 2 times extra I should say. So that's obviously a big deal, since that's a chain buff you can't get otherwise. So basically another stackable buff for Super Boss Kizuna. So that's all well and done. The problem is when I talked about Ace's Super Tandem. Let's revisit it again. This is what the text says. It says, applies attack boost tandem of 1.5 times to Psy, Quick, and Shooter characters for 1 turn. So pretty low buff. And the thing is that the attack boost as well as the chain buff below listed the exact same numbers as Super Tandem Blackbeard. That's why I made the wrong assumption of saying that Ace is basically a variation of Super Tandem Blackbeard in terms of Super Tandem. What I said was that Ace was basically a better version, since you just needed one particular unit for the Super Tandem, and it included very common units like Luffy, Sabo, Yamato. But that's very wrong. Ace has also a unique Super Tandem effect. One reason I haven't talked about this earlier is because I didn't fully understand how it works, but I spent the last 24 hours trying to understand, and I think I got a pretty good picture now. So basically you still get the effect of Super Tandem Blackbeard in that you basically add a chain multiplier boost, so you're going to increase your chain even higher after activating the Super Tandem. But that's not all. You also increase your current chain by 1.5 times. So if you have a 6 times chain, activate Ace's Super Tandem with level 5 Super Tandem, you instantly have a 9 times chain, and then you're going to keep increasing it even higher. So as I'm sure you know, this upcoming Super Boss Kizuna has this very annoying chain attack down where you have to get about 10 times chain, and it's basically forcing you to want to use Ace. One thing I want to say is that level 3 and 4 both give this extra buff with the Super Tandem, but it's lower and you need more units. Like for level 3 you need 2 of like Luffy, Garp, Sabo, Yamato, and all of that. Pretty specific. At least they are good units. If you have level 4, it's basically the same. It's just that you can substitute one of the required units for a shooter. So you can use, for example, Usopp and Yasop instead, which could be pretty nice. But obviously, ultimately you find a level 5. Sadly, that's very uncommon for obvious reasons. But I think in general, Ace and Ace in particular will be very useful for this batch. And optimally, you also own the Anniversary Sabo. That's going to be a very good combination. I'm not saying Luffy will be useless, but I don't think he's as essential as these two. And if we go with the assumption that you'll probably want to run Ace as friend, basically the question is, do you have the Sabo or not? And the next question is, do you have the other relevant Super Boss units like Robin and such? I will try and make some more easy to build Super Boss teams, we'll see. It's just so much right now, like with work, and I also have to focus on my 10-star Kizuna for World Cruise, so don't expect too much of me, that's all I say. I will do my usual like an accessible one team for all and such tomorrow, so look forward to that, and I'll post as many Super Boss teams as I can. But yeah, to end this video, I'm going to reveal a surprise. Some will sigh heavily at this and think that's typical figures, but yeah, don't judge me too hard. Okay, here it is. Yes, I got a level 5 Ace. Basically, this is not just for the Super Boss Kizuna, that will be dumb. I wanted to get a few more dupes ever since I managed to get him up to level 3. And that's mostly because I think he's a very fun unit in general, as well as being strong, of course. And basically, he's just not as good as I'd like if he's not level 5. So yeah, I YOLO'd a bit and I was able to get 4 copies on part 1. That's just RNG for you. You do 30 multis, or oh wait, I got 2 copies. Yeah, that's right. I got 2 copies part 2 and 3 copies part 1. But basically 30 multis part 2, you only get 2 copies, and then part 1 with lower rates for Ace, you get 3. Like, that's just typical RNG. But yeah, I'll definitely try him out a bit more in the future as well. His Super TND is just so strong and unique. I've talked about it before, but he's basically a Nami side grade, at least if you have, at least for Quick and Sai, of course. And I've also talked about this, I think I mentioned it at least, but Ace and Sabo together can actually replace Shanks. Super TND Shanks on quick teams, so that's also pretty cool. I hope to showcase a few of this in the Super Boss teams. But yeah, sadly you can't ask me to put up my friend code. I hope you have understanding for this, because it's not my fault in the end. Blame Bandai for only having 200 friends total. You have to remember that most of my videos gets up to 1000 views, often higher than that. So most of those will like to be friends with me, but I just can't. So I prioritize people I know from Discord mainly. So the best way to get onto my friend list is to join my Discord, be a cool person there, help out other people who want friend captains, and eventually I'll ask myself to add you. That's happened quite a few times. But yeah, so yeah, try and ask me for my friend. Like, I often get DMs on Discord as well, and yeah, you're free to try, but you're not going to get a friend code, and it's nothing personal. Blame Bandai. But yeah, good luck in Kizuna, and I'll be back early tomorrow with my accessible one team for all, and then later in the day some initial Super Boss teams. I think I'll start with at least a bit more easy buildable. If I have time, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.